What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down Chris Daukaus versus Derrick Lewis. Really good fight. Up and comer, and Chris Daukaus has been looking amazing. I think he's fought twice, right? Twice this year. Actually fought on the undercard of Derrick versus Curtis Blades. So there's some underlying story of the prospect fighting, the top five gatekeeper, or I wouldn't call it top five gatekeeper, but a top five talent in Derrick Lewis. And, obviously Derrick coming off that title loss to Cyril Gahn, he's going to want to get a bounce back and a really good victory. This is the third time he's fought this year, so he's trying to get that check. You already know, for that Popeyes chicken. I should have brought some Popeyes from my boy Derrick in honor of Derrick Lewis. But man, that was a mistake. It is what it is. You live, you learn. But yeah, where are these guys ranked? I'm pretty sure Derrick is like number 3 or 2 or some shit. I'm positive Derrick is highly ranked. In that division. Come on. No, it's taking forever. Yeah, Derrick Lewis is number 3 and Chris Daukaus is number 7. So yeah, cool little situation there. But in terms of the records, Derrick comes with a record of 25-8. He's fighting out of Houston, Texas, age 36, a height of 6'3", and reaches 79.0. Daukaus is 12-3, fights out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, age 32, 6'3", a height of 6'3", and a reach of 76. So they match up pretty well in a lot of areas. I would say height is probably the only area I could really think of. But, Derrick does have the experience. He's a lot older, which might not be the best thing. He's out of his prime technically, but he's a heavyweight, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And he does have a 3-inch reach advantage over Chris. Now, Chris, he doesn't have that much experience, but he's younger. He is a lighter. He is a lighter fighter by... Damn, Derrick might have 30 pounds on him, so that is going to be interesting. But he is the lighter fighter, which means he's going to be faster. And he does have a reach disadvantage, but the guy is super quick. But in terms of notable wins for Chris, Chris has been killing it, man. I put money on him in his first fight. He was a dog against Potter, so I forgot his name. It'll come up. Yeah, I called him Porter. Parker Porter. He was a dog here, and yeah, I put money on him, and he got it done. I've been I picked him in his last 4. I only picked against him once, or in his last 4. But in his last 4, he's just done amazing, and he's just been able to capitalize on his speed. And guys don't know how to deal with him in his boxing and stuff like that. Now, if you look at his other fights, he just did not look like that. I looked at a lot of his fights, and he doesn't, maybe before pre-UFC, he doesn't look as good. He just looks, at first, when I first saw him, he looked like a stiff Muay Thai fighter. And lately, he's just have these quick hands, and, he's just been super agile. I don't know if it's the competition. I don't know if it's the, him rising to the occasion and him just getting better overall. But yeah, he got it done against Parker Porter, knocked him out quick, then fought Rogerio Nascimento. That's the only guy I picked against him. I thought Rogerio would have the grappling advantage and stuff like that, and he knocked Nascimento the fuck out. He knocked him to the next planet. The next fight was Oleksiy Oleinik. I knew that was going to happen to Oleinik, man. Old. He should retire. I think it's a wrap for him. I don't think he got anything left in the game, just being honest. Got knocked out there. And then I picked him against Shamil, and he knocked out Shamil twice. That was an incredibly impressive performance. His best performance. He killed Shamil in there, man. In terms of knockouts, that was the way Shamil's body fell and everything, and the way he landed those shots. He really hurt Shamil. If I'm being honest, I was like, damn, man, that's fucked up. And he flipped him off too. I didn't like that, but it is what it is. He's looked amazing. He's just always rose to the occasion. And I actually wonder who are people going with. I'm pretty sure. Let me look. On Topology, yeah, it's very close. 46 to 54. That is the percentage. So yeah, this is a really close fight. 31 KOs combined. That is, a lot of it's coming from Derrick, but still, there's a lot of knockouts, man. And yeah. And Chris, he's looked amazing. He's really looked amazing. He deserves this spot. And I love that. This is going to be a fun fight night main event. Hopefully I can watch this. but we'll see. But if we look at what Derrick has accomplished, man, Derrick has fought a who's of the division. He's fought everybody, man. When I saw Derrick really come on the scene, it was probably after the Roy Nelson fight. Obviously, he has that win over Gabriel Gonzaga, knocked him out. But the Roy Nelson fight, it was a split decision. It was kind of boring, but Roy had a really good chin. He could just take the shots. But I mean, the post fight was hilarious, man. He cracked everybody up, and that's when we kind of saw him. Then he had a fight night main event with Shamil, a common opponent, but it took Derrick 4 rounds. It was a bad fight, but Derrick got him out of there in the 4th round. And then what he did to Travis Brown, I mean, that went viral because of Joe Rogan's, fucking reaction and everyone talking about it. And then his post fight killed the whole entire thing, and he became a superstar after that. Then he gets a fight with Mark Hunt. So this Mark Hunt fight is very, very important. Kind of a small, stockier guy, a little on the line. I think let's see how much Mark Hunt weighed actually for that fight. Yeah. Oh well, Mark was 265. Never mind. But for that fight, but still, Mark seemed like he just could take the punishment, last longer, and just kind of outwork Derrick, and that's maybe something that Chris might be able to implement. Then he fights Marcin Tybura. I mean, that was nuts. Tybura had his moments, and then Derrick just, came out of nowhere. He does have the win over the champion and Francis Ngannou, but that wasn't even a fucking fight, man. They barely did anything in there. And then probably had one of his greatest performances against Alexander Volkov. I know some people might call it luck, but the fact he did it was, dude, it was I picked him against Volkov, and I was like, no, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. I was so mad. I thought, man, I was so disappointed. Like, I was like, fuck. And then when he got it done, the amount of, like, cheer and adulation I had for him, it was crazy. Then he fights DC on 3 weeks' notice. DC, takes care of him pretty quickly and, gets it done. And then he loses Junior Dos Santos. And this was a fight that, completely changed him and really had to make him relook at himself. And after that, he went on that massive run to the interim title shot, beating Bligo, Ivanov, Ilir Latifi, Alessio Oleinik. And, man, this brings joy to my eyes. Curtis Blades! We're wrapping the year. Like I was saying before I was really interrupted by this goddamn MacBook. He got it done against Curtis Blades in the beginning of the year, and he's gonna end it good at the end of the year. I called it. I gotta talk my shit, man, a little bit. My favorite pick of the year, man. That pick. Curtis Blades was such a menace to me last year, like in 2020. I hated him. So seeing him get his just due, in the beginning of the year by Derrick. I will always be grateful to Derrick for that. Grateful is a good word for that because he took care of business with that goddamn dummy. So I don't have to deal with him no more being in title talks. So, it was a phenomenal victory by Derrick. But then he fought Cyril Gane and got completely schooled, right? And it was a bad fight for Derrick. He literally didn't do anything against Cyril. Like, honestly, he barely touched him. And I feel for Derrick. I was fucked. Derrick should have fought for the belt instead of fighting Gane. He should have fought Ngannou, but it just was one of those things that it's not meant to be. I guess for Derrick, and I feel really bad for Derrick, man. I really do. But Gane is just better. He was just better. But here's the difference. Daukaus has to take advantage of the fact that Derrick is coming off a loss, and don't let this man settle. Don't let this man have any time or anything, and enjoy the what's the word? Enjoy the space of the fight. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't let Derrick find his rhythm or anything. You have to come after him and just pillage him like as if he was a wounded animal, because mentally, that no matter what you say, that loss has to sting. I mean, he lost in his hometown. I mean, a lot of people say he quit, and I don't say it, but a lot of people do. And it was a pretty bad loss for Derrick, and Daukaus is gonna have to take advantage of it and just try to touch that chin. Really, the guy is fast as hell. He landed that 2-3, like the way he throws his punches, man. Just shoot it at Derrick, and you might have a chance. Now, Derrick, I mean, it's very hard. Now, Derrick gets into brawls. He's super tough. He's durable. He has been hit before, but Derrick is like, sometimes he can fight through adversity, and sometimes he goes down to adversity. But I just feel like in this matchup against Chris, I think Derrick has the experience. He knows what he needs to do. This could be a situation where he could go 0-2. It happened last time, right? He was in a title fight, right? Against before the title fight, he beat Volkov. I think he was on a 3-fight win streak. Fights for the belt, loses to DC, then loses to Junior. So it could be that situation again. But I just really don't think so. I think Derrick has learned from his losses. He does have the reach advantage. Just Derrick has to use his longer weapons, keep the reach, find the target, hit the chin, and I think Derrick can get him out of here. And Chris has been finished before, he has been finished. So I think Derrick can get him out of here in the second round. So I'm taking Derrick Lewis by second round TKO, and yeah, that's it for me in the rest of the video, because I mean, Derrick, he's 36, but he's fought some of the best. I think he's going to want to really prove himself again and get back on that horse and remind people that he's still a big part of this division. So, yeah, I got to go with Derrick Lewis by second round TKO. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is it. But don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. All those links will be down below in the description box. If you're new, subscribe, like, comment, share the video. And let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all. And goodbye. Have a great day.
So
what would you be doing if you weren't a fighter?
Probably doing porn star, being a porn. Because that was one of my passions.
I mean, come on.
When I was a 15-year-old little kid, whenever I first learned how everything go, that was one of my passions growing